Hello, 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 and a very well welcome to Ask the Accountant Special Edition. It's Christmas Day. Well, it might be Christmas Day. Let's figure out where we post it on the particular day. Maybe Christmas Day itself isn't right.
Boxing Day. Christmas Day, you're meant to be spending it with your family. Yes, of course, our listeners would much rather spend it watching and listening to us. But that's only if you can get away with a headphone in while cooking the Christmas dinner type situation. Otherwise, you get told off by family and friends, apparently.
Have you got your podcast lined up for what you're doing while you're doing your Christmas dinner? Is that already?
Yeah, it's called The Shouting Wife.
I've got that one as well.
Great episode.
Well, as always, my name is Aaron Patrick, and I am joined with my co-host Johann Goree. And like we said, today should be Christmas Day if we've got these timings all right, but we're not going live, unfortunately. Today, we've pre-recorded. It will go out when it goes out, but it will definitely make the Wednesday podcasting upload. That's what our job is. So today we thought we'd take a look back. We'll go back in time. We'll understand how this year's been. It's been a very big year for us at Ask the Accountant, and we thought we'd talk about it with you. We're also here with a beer in hand as well. So, hopefully you guys are enjoying a beer as well while listening to today's podcast. So first and foremost, let's get on with it. I mean, I think the highlight of this year, well, not the highlight, but one of the highlights, and I know you've got yours as well.
Just ignore my RPW and a missing T. And
so for those non-visual, should I say, for the podcast listeners out there, we are showcasing our tour T-shirts, which we're very proud of this year. So 2023 was the year we went on tour. We have nice Ask the Accountant on the front. We were supposed to have QuickBooks Chap and OnPoint Accounting and Bofix on these as well, but yeah, well,
oh, you didn't tell me that before we paid the bill.
I know, right? I know. But it can go through. So if we just go through what we have here, it's March the 7th was QuickBooks Get Connected.
What a way to start the year.
We got to do our podcast from QuickBooks itself. And me and Johan got to go on stage as well, which for me, Glastonbury moment, and I'm sure
definitely
it was.
Like QuickBooks Roadshow was the first mini conference I went to.
Yes.
When I started out in the industry.
Yes.
QuickBooks Connect was the first big conference I went to. So to start our year of speaking and podcasting on a stage
early as well, weren't we?
Yeah, like on a stage at QuickBooks was just head blown, mind blown moment. I absolutely loved that.
Amazing, wasn't it? Yeah. Such a great moment that was. May the 10th and May the 11th, we went to Accountex.
We did.
Absolutely fantastic that was as well. We were talking on the QuickBooks stage, which was brilliant. And then we got to do Ask the Accountant at Accountex.
Yeah, we did. We went live at Accountex. Ask the Accountant, standing room only. Now, there was a bit of a podcast off, wasn't there? Because the Digitools for an Accrual World guys were down a few stages down from us, but I was reliably informed we were the only ones with standing room only. In fact, we didn't have standing room. Like, we were just full. There was a crowd outside of the stage trying to listen in.
Yeah, it was absolutely brilliant. And that was also the one where we had to change. We didn't have to, but we wanted to change the actual content a few days
we did
before.
It there and then, didn't we?
Yeah, because we had to talk about the hottest topic at the time, which was AI, right? Like, we couldn't have gone to that talk without bringing in AI. So, yeah, no, that was absolutely brilliant. And that's where we came up with the concept of a little thing called grid walks as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a big year for Ask the Accountant brands. But yeah, grid walk. So we went for a walk around the grid. That was Accountex, didn't we? Like, as all of our regulars will know, we love a bit of F1. And quite frankly, our weekends aren't the same at the moment with the F1 break. However, it means I'm listening to the Dutch national anthem less, which is always a bonus. So, so we walked around, we got the mics and the cameras out, and as Lizzie said, great idea. Poorly executed, but great idea. So yeah, so we went round, we interviewed people, we went through the top speakers at each stage and highlighted what we were loving about it. And that became a thing, didn't it? So
It did. And
everything.
and hopefully the idea is that, you know, it gives an opportunity for anyone who's thinking maybe going to their first ever Accountex, look back, look at next year. And if you're going through this list now thinking, well, which ones are we going to choose for this year, 2024? We've got you covered. The whole idea of the going through the podcasts, no, not about to say the wrong brand then, the grid walks, was the opportunity for you to kind of see what it's like, get a feel for it, get an understanding of it, feel like, what is this whole event about? What should I be expecting when you go there? So yeah, we're looking forward to continuing that trend this year, aren't we, and putting them forward, because I really enjoyed it, and I think we've definitely learned from it, haven't we? We've built time and time again of what
Oh
to
yeah.
include, what not to include,
But
and
you
kind of
know
bring
what
it.
we did every single time?
What was that?
When I look back at it, I don't think either of us really stopped laughing while doing it. Like, we had such good fun doing it,
Yeah,
and
agreed.
it was so good to say hello to everyone, and everyone knew who we were and what we were doing. Like, people were getting there early to get involved in it. Like, people knew they were going to get, if we were there, we were going to be saying hello and stuff. So yeah, it was great.
It was. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. After that, we went to QuickBooks Get Connected, Birmingham and Manchester. It was like they called it a trial, didn't they?
Yeah.
Will this tour work? Sort of idea. So we got to go to Birmingham and Manchester. My highlight of that was actually HMRC coming up to me, and finding someone in the actual real flesh who was doing MTD submissions. Not that,
You are real.
not that they were too up to date with what technology was, as they asked me what VR was, but never mind.
Yeah,
You know.
virtual reality was a bit beyond them, wasn't it?
Then we had June the 5th, which was DAS, Digital Accounting Show. Um, brilliant, brilliant.
You know, I think that's the one we probably didn't do the most justice for on the grid walk, because I don't think there was any there's no way of capturing that light, the lighting, the
Yeah,
atmosphere, the sound, it was just electric in there. It was incredible.
yeah.
Like,
I think what didn't help was the fact that to get there, we almost collapsed
yeah,
by
we
pulling
did
all
need
that.
medical treatment on
Oh,
arrival.
it was the heat, wasn't it? If you remember, it was the hottest day of
Yeah,
the year, or at least it was very hot day of the year if it wasn't the hottest. And we were dragging all the equipment over cobbled floors, banging it
through a
down.
park in London.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
most events, when you get there, there's like the first thing you get that is there is like a ticket area where you get your passes
Yeah.
issued to you, or maybe there's a bag check, like a security guard, and then Daz needed a first aid station. Just because we'd walked so far, we needed foot treatment, and yeah, we were out of breath.
Well, it didn't help for the fact that we went round Battersea Park first of all, because we were told it's at Battersea Park Power
We did a lap.
Station,
It's all
and
right.
Battersea Park Power Station was lovely. It was also the day that Apple opened their thing there, but we
Yeah,
didn't get to partake in that one,
we
unfortunately.
weren't invited to that launch day though, were we?
Unfortunately, not.
We got to go. Oh, that would have been nice, as we walked past and carried on.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Then we had 19th of September was Accountex North. Oh, this was a big one
The
for us, wasn't
launch
it?
of another legendary brand.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only 3 months old, but it's legendary.
Probably one of our proudest. The podcast pit stops.
Because
Um,
of what it does,
yeah,
yes. It's the one I'm the most proud of.
yeah.
It's the favourite child out of the children.
Well, it's evergreen content as well, isn't it? We're still releasing them now. Like there are
Yep.
still, they're not all out. Yeah, I believe there's a couple more
No,
still
the
to get.
last one will be between this episode and the New Year special.
Yes, exactly. Um, and we still get people commenting about it, and we still got that buzz around it. So it just it makes Countex Manchester just keep going, right? Like keep
Mm.
in everyone's back of the mind, and it was a good
It's
event
the
as
fact
well.
that we were it's the fact that we were interviewing accountants and bookkeepers that wouldn't normally get that platform, that we
Yes.
were able to give that platform for them, and they were able to share that amongst their socials and on their, um, social media and their websites, etc. That it was a bit of them that they would never normally get that opportunity, because you and I both know trying to get onto podcasts and stuff can be hard work.
Yes. Yeah.
So we had to do it ourselves because we couldn't get onto others. But yeah, and then of course there was the launch of the legendary collector's item Top Trumps.
Yes. We definitely
That's the
caused a
accounting
stir,
Top
didn't
Trumps.
we? Which was what we
Oh yeah,
wanted.
and people are still talking about it. Like, people are still saying, "Oh, I want to go and get my Top Trump cards, and I've got these ones, but I wanted these ones." And yeah, they will be back in 2024,
Yep.
and with a wider collection in 2024, and yeah, maybe some bonus cards as well.
Yeah. We are looking into, can we make it shiny? Is it possible? Is that
Chinese.
an option? But yeah, we've made some promises, so
We've
hopefully
made
we
some
can keep.
commitments, which we will honour.
I've already gone through putting stats of the ones ready to go, so we just need to get them finalised. Yes, and if Sam Mitchum is still listening, then no, you can't have 8, 8, 8, 8, and 8 all the way through, or tens all the
Someone
way
is
through.
at the front door.
That'd
Ironically,
be
we're just talking about Ring.
yeah.
After we did Accountex North, which was a fantastic event, we went on tour. We went on tour. I know
We
we were
did.
already on tour anyway, but we went
We
not
had a
proper,
tour in the tour.
we had a tour in the tour, yeah. So all through October, we started the Get Connected event, and we first went to Glasgow. Now, I've always been in Edinburgh. So when it came to
You and me
Scotland,
both, funnily enough.
Glasgow
And
was always something that I was a little bit dubious of, should I say. But in fairness, it was a good event. The food was good the day before. We went for a nice little burger.
we did. We went for a very good burger at the, was it the Fat Hippo we went
Yeah,
to? Something like that. You, me, and Miss Finance herself.
yeah, yeah. And we went and enjoyed some drinks as well. And then we got to go to the event itself. And to be fair, yes, it wasn't as well attended as the others. It was probably, well, definitely was the lowest attended, wasn't it?
Yeah, by far.
But I thought it was a good start. Excuse me, good
It was a
starting point.
good warm up for us,
Yeah,
wasn't it? It's like, this was like the pre-show,
yeah.
we're
That
bringing
intimate
some
bit that you
friends and
have before you go
family
on. Yeah,
and make sure we don't make complete fools of ourselves first.
exactly, exactly. So I absolutely loved it. I thought, you know what, good old Glasgow. Enjoyed that. We then personally we jumped over to Edinburgh. Well, you had to go home, so you had no choice about going to Edinburgh. So we got to go to
Took you
Edinburgh.
back with me.
Yeah. Spent a cracking night in Edinburgh. Had a few drinks as well. And then down to Reading. Now we messed up on the Reading trip.
No,
So
you messed up on the I know best attitude causes a lot of stress and hassle.
have you seen all the, like in the news lately as people have been stranded off the on the
I have.
Elizabethan line? They got to make it on the news. We didn't.
Two blokes on the world's biggest suitcase didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly. I think was it Rachel Riley, and there was another celebrity on there, and because they were on it, everyone was talking about it. But when we were stuck in the same issue, we weren't allowed on it. But we got ourselves to Reading, and it was a brilliant event, wasn't it? That one we
What an
really enjoyed it.
event. Absolutely fantastic event. Very well attended.
Very.
Very good venue.
Was that the biggest? Do you reckon was that the biggest
No,
attended,
I
or was
think
that the
Leeds was in the end, you know. Oh no,
okay?
maybe Brighton was, but obviously I wasn't there for that one. But
I
Leeds was
wouldn't
meant
have
to be.
said Brighton. All very well attended, but I would
Yeah,
imagine Reading or Leeds was up there.
yeah. No, Reading was a fantastic event. Really enjoyed it. Great venue, great space to do it all in. Great audience. Really, a really progressive audience
Yes.
who were genuinely interested in not just the minimums of, like, let's face it, Aaron, your tips and tricks session was the sellout at every single event on the tour. But like when you went to the Glasgow one, that's all people were interested in was the tips and tricks on how to use QuickBooks.
Yeah.
No thought leadership sessions were really well attended. Whereas at Reading, there was a lot big attendance for all the thought leaderships, and there were people like genuinely interested in where do we move forward from here? Not just go on, tell me how to do this quickly in QuickBooks. It was how do I move my firm forwards? And I think that was just fantastic.
Yeah, completely agree. And I feel like at Reading as well, we had some really interesting conversations about the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
So very much in talks about apps that would be really useful. And this was just
Yep.
talking to the delegates while we're there, right? Like having a
Yeah, yeah.
conversation with everyone there. And it was just, no, great conversations on that one. We then went to Chelmsford, which was an odd location. We're not going to lie. But it turned out
The
to be a
race
lovely.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't
We
let
got
you and me go for a run around the lap though, did they?
I mean, I almost crossed it because I couldn't figure out any other way over there. Oh, we missed
So you didn't
actually.
see the tunnel.
Yeah, at Reading, we got to do a podcast there, so that was a
Yep.
personal highlight, wasn't it? QuickBooks
Yep.
Labs podcast with Charlie. That was good to see. And you brought your team as well. We got to see Jade there,
Yep.
which
Brought
you
Jay down to
mentioned she
Reading.
was a tadpole, was it? That went down a
Frog.
tree.
Yeah,
Frog.
I refer to my whole team as frogs in a pan of hot water. Still regretting that one, if I'm honest.
Apparently, as I know, she hasn't let you live that one down, which is
No,
good to see. Yeah, so we went to Chelmsford, good event. And after that, we went to your final one. My what's the one before final?
penultimate.
Pre
Penultimate.
penultimate. And we went to Leeds. Now Leeds was probably one of the most eventful of all of them.
It was the
It
busiest.
was busy. We had a lot of people to talk to. We did the first ever using our top trumps of Name the Top Trumps game, which went down a
Yeah, that
tree.
did not go well.
Well, for you it didn't. For me it did. Is he bald? Is he? But if you've not seen it, please do. Has he got hair? Is he north or is he south? um, but we also got the opportunity to have a surprise talk, didn't we?
Yeah, lastminute.com. Christ. Yeah, no, we were sat in the bar, weren't we? We were having a pint.
We were. Yep.
Just to point out, we aren't always having a pint on these things. Like, if the wives are listening, we work bloody hard on these events.
Can you say that when I'm
He's
not
just
about
with
to
a
take a
pint in his
drink?
hand. But we're sat in the bar having a pint, discussing pros and cons of iPads of what we were hoping to come from in the Apple event in the week or two ahead.
It was the Apple.
Actually,
It was. Yeah.
when one of the QuickBooks team came through and said, "Oh, Rachel's off ill. She's not going to make it." So we could see they were getting stressed. They're getting worried because they had to fill a session last minute. What do you do? Everything's been printed. Everyone's coming to looking forward to this session. Well, I wouldn't call us superheroes, but Nick Williams does.
I'd call us heroes behind the heroes, eh?
Yes. So we stepped up, didn't we? We said, we'll cover that. You haven't got any slides? Don't worry about that. We'll get it sorted. Have you got time? Yeah, it'll be fine. Well, now this is Nick Williams's favourite story to tell wherever he's going is the story of how Johann and Aaron stepped in last minute and delivered the best session he's seen in the whole roadshow. So, I mean, I think he just says that to us. I think he says it to everyone that their session was the best session.
But still,
But
what an honour, eh?
it was incredible. So yeah, no, we did put it together and we delivered a good session on personal brands and social media. So yeah, that was a last minute busy day for us, but I think it demonstrated our ability to adapt and to step in and support the bigger team, which it might be said some speakers wouldn't have been able to because they didn't turn up until their session started and then left after the session. Whereas we were there all day, every day for every part of the event.
Yeah, we were definitely getting ourselves stuck in, weren't we? Which was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was brilliant, and I think it really was a highlight of the tour for me was just having that opportunity. Talk about our personal branding, what about that?
Yeah.
It is actually recorded, so if you want to jump on the YouTubes and ask the accountant, you will find that whole session, which was an interesting one. Then I went over to Brighton and I did the final leg of the tour, which was very good session. I thought that was a nice one to end the tour on. Brighton was lovely, and then we finished our tour with the business show, London. My
Yeah.
my first business show. My
Your
first
first
business
business show.
show. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good end to the year. I think on there. I think it just kind of puts it together nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah. I always enjoy the business show because it's just the two of us with the QuickBooks team. And it's not necessarily the same QuickBooks team that you do all the other events with because it's the direct team. So to be able to sit with them and go chat about with them, and they always have questions for us about various like aspects of, oh, a lot of small businesses saying this, what would you suggest as the answer type thing?
Yeah.
And that's great. And we found the best Lebanese restaurant I've ever, I mean, I can't find halloumi anywhere in Edinburgh, anywhere close to as good as that halloumi was at that Lebanese restaurant. I mean, this place was so good, we went back the second night.
And the QuickBooks team that showed us had already been the night before, so they got 3 sittings from us in 3
Yeah, the
nights.
Lebanese place did very well out of us all. And to be fair, whenever you or me are at an event in Excel, London Excel, we will be there again.
Yeah, we will certainly be there again.
Top trumps
Yeah,
Nando's.
yes, yeah, 100%, 100%. So that was our tour, which we absolutely loved, and we're, you know, stay tuned for next week's episode where we're going to talk about what to look forward to in 2024. But that wasn't the end of it. So this year was also the launch of many projects for Ask the Accountant. So we've already talked about podcast pit stops. We also had the opportunity to launch our podcast grid walk as well. No, just grid walk, should I say? Ask the Accountant grid walk. We can't forget one of our staples, which was launched very late in the day of the last year, which was We Have Cool Friends. And I thought we'd just
Yes.
take this opportunity to go through some of the We Have Cool Friends ones we've recorded this year and have a little think about it. So,
We have had some amazing guests,
oh yeah,
like
yeah,
outstanding guests. And yeah, and like the principle of the We've Got Cool Friends has always been you and me in a pub. This isn't
yep,
looking good for the drinking thing again, is it? In a pub, at a table, having a pint, chatting to people we class as our friends and people we want to spend time with, having a drink and chatting to.
yeah,
And basically, people sitting in on that.
yeah, because it's people of the industry, right, who we feel like people need to be talking about. We need
Hmm.
that opportunity to showcase why they're there. And we've had some great stories already on the back of it, right? We've
Yep.
had people get employed because of it. We've had people do deals because of it. So yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, our first one technically we recorded in 2022, but it was released in 2023. Was Mr. Chris Downing himself, Mr. Sage. Now that will always go down in the
Launching
history.
episode.
Yeah, that
Incredible. Like
action,
I
wasn't
think
it?
I got 30,000 impressions on that photo of you, me, and him stood outside Brewdog. Like incredible first episode. What a
Yep.
way to launch.
Yeah, we found the speakeasy bar in the
Did
filming location, which we, no secret, is the Waterloo Brewdog. So we were, it was
we
a,
made
I
it
was just,
so famous? Peter Crouch now does his podcast there.
what can I say?
We were there
What?
first.
And then as the accountant number 2 was Ryan Percy. So we got to talk about his reactions to QuickBooks Connect. And
Yep. As a
basically,
zero fanatic.
yeah, exactly. See what he thought. And I thought it was interesting because he was honest, right? His, to kind of put it down into a nutshell, is basically he's very interested in the fact that QuickBooks are trying to go up the ladder. So they're trying to take that mid market, trying to go for QuickBooks Advance and push through from there. Whereas Zero definitely have honed down on going down the ladder, haven't they? With the launch of Zero Go this year and items like that. Yeah, you can see that it was very much a case of interested to see a perspective of someone who purely Zero and what they thought of it. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
he was impressed that a roadmap could have more than just changes of fonts on it. So
Yeah, exactly.
don't take
Exactly.
it much.
We got to see Max from Cresco. That was a
We did.
fantastic episode.
Yep.
Absolutely love the fact that, he came in and talked about what Cresco's got up the sleeve, what they're doing well, um, how we got to that place. And I think for me, it's just listening to their stories of how they got to where they are. Absolutely brilliant. We got Sam Squared coming in from Swoop.
We did.
I think
Two suns.
having two people on really does work well, doesn't it? Kind of,
Yeah,
you can see them bouncing off one another.
definitely. And yeah, and we went from there and we did a few two at a time, didn't we? Where they were for the same company type thing. But yeah, it definitely added another layer of quality to our interviews.
Absolutely loved it. Then it was me interviewing Jonathan Stobart from Accountancy Manager, or sorry, Bright Manager as it's called now. So that was great to see his
It's amazing what you'll
breakdown.
do when you're hungover.
I forgot, where were you at that point? Were you on holiday? No?
I was in Mauritius, sunning it up.
And you
Um,
could have been in Brewdog.
I could have been a Brewdog, but I saw the company you're going to keep.
Um, then we got to interview Sam Mitchum straight after Digital Accounting Show, which I thought was a fantastic episode, and yeah, really
Incredible.
proud of the fact that it's helped her business with some great news there. So we're glad to see that. Same day, we got to speak to Steve from Employment Hero. I mean, more than anything, just listen to his story about how he got there. Right, that was just
Sneaking through fire doors.
yeah, yeah.
No, yeah, he's such a nice guy, and he's got such an incredible background. Yeah, he was great to talk to.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely loving it. And we're definitely going to have him on again at some point because there was definitely some more stuff to talk about there. Then we got to see your friend Peter.
Our mate Peter,
Yeah, he actually made it into your talk on stage at QuickBooks
he did.
Connect.
Yep, he makes it into a lot of my speaking sessions. To be fair, that's what you get when you're an amazing asset to my clients. Like,
Yeah.
I got a nice box of wine from him.
Oh,
Like, when I say a box, like a wooden box with bottles in, none of
oh,
those
oh,
cardboard boxes with a foil
yeah, yeah.
bag in it. But he sent me a nice box of wines the other day as a thank you for my support over the last year. But yeah, no, he's I just think anyone, like, I know the way I work with my clients and the way you work with your clients. If a client rang you on a Friday night at 6 o'clock saying, "Aaron, I've had a letter from HMRC, I'm scared," you deal with it.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't matter what time of day it is and whether it's on a Friday or not, you deal with it. Peter's the same kind of guy. And anyone like that who doesn't keep office hours is all the time in the world from me.
Absolute brilliant session. I think what he does best than ever is he just explains it, which
Yeah.
is really difficult because it's such a complex area, and you, like you said, people are so scared of it. And I mean, my favorite quote from him is think of me as a doctor. You can never go and see your doctor too soon, and that sums it up, right? Like that's what he brings to the table.
Yeah. And he'll try and save the business rather than cut it off. A bit like a limb these days. We try and save the limb rather than cut it off.
And then we had the legend that was Andrew van der Beek at Illuminate. I mean, what a session. I mean, we had to cut it into 2 parts anyway,
The
and I'm
quality.
sure we could have gone for a couple more hours if we had the battery power, memory card capacity, and,
I hadn't
yeah,
booked a train.
trains having to get back to. Yeah, brilliant, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. I do fear if we didn't have wives and other commitments in life, we could have stayed out for a very long few days with Andrew and got into all sorts of trouble.
I mean, it was bad enough when we saw him in Scotland, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Scotland trip was, yeah, interesting to say the least. We had our friends from KPM, so Nick and
it
Tush
is.
was there. So that was interesting. More just hearing the story of KPM kind of battling through because, yeah, I mean, listen to the podcast, but
And because they are up against some really big boys in the market, and like I took a lot away from that story and that interview myself, just from the
yeah,
client engager point of view of if these guys can stand up to the big boys and go, you might be dominant, but there's still a section of the industry that we can work with, then so
yeah,
can we.
yeah.
Like, yeah, definitely.
We had Abby from Ellen after that. Just listened to her absolutely smashing. I saw today she was on Channel 5 News, I think it was, or something like that. She was on mainstream telly
But
anyway.
she's only that famous now because of us.
Yeah, it all started with that Ask the Accountant. So
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to get on mainstream telly, get yourself
Come and
booked.
talk to us. We'll get you there.
And then finally, Jonathan Valentine. What a way to round out that year. What an interview. Yeah, how
I
he's
think
not got a statue already built, I don't know.
I think we all learnt a lot about both Jonathan and what goes behind a product at QuickBooks, and QuickBooks as a whole, as a culture to work with and work for. Was the insight from that interview was huge. Like, I've taken a lot away from that to try and implement in my own business.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely brilliant. And again, one we need to go back to at some point and
Yeah.
carry on. Didn't stop there. We had Bev, Tony, Marcus, Damon, James, Alan, Clive, Kaylee, Phil, and 2 more. Um,
Penelope
Penelope,
and Kirsty.
Kirsty, that was it. We had them on podcast pit stop. There was one more as well. We weren't allowed to say, but weren't allowed
Yeah,
to.
we had to.
But we'll leave
Their
that
bosses
there.
got involved,
Oh, and
and
Hannah as well. I missed Hannah, didn't I, when I was going through
oh
that
yeah,
list? But yeah, I mean, they were brilliant, and again, they're still going. They're still being out there, and it's just great to see them pushing through. So
yeah,
we even had our first viral as well, didn't we? With Phil
yes,
over the last week or so. So that was great to see that go. But it's amazing what a bit of AI talk can do, isn't it? And get you through.
controversial,
Yeah, exactly.
especially when
Well,
they
that was
take
it.
it out of context.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But that was it. That was a look back of 2023. We launched our YouTube channel of Ask the Accountant. So if you are looking to kind of go back and reminisce with us, go over to the channel, give it a like, give it a subscribe. All of it will help. There's 137 videos already from this particular year. So yeah,
It's a huge amount of content.
yeah, yeah. And the podcast as well, 30,000.
Yeah, 30,000 listens. Like, the numbers we are reaching are just incredible. Like, yeah, for the first proper year, full year of it, because what this is episode 62.
Yep, 62. Yep.
1 year, 10 weeks in, not 1 week have we missed an episode. All right, I've skived a few, but we'll get over that. Yeah, every now and then it's good to let the weakness out.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, what a year. Just 2023 in a lot of ways was crap, but in so many ways, Fast the Accountant, it was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. It was. And there we have it. Our look back of 2023. So if you are I mean, this won't be Christmas Day that this goes live, don't worry, but I hope you had an amazing Christmas. Hope it went as good as it could be. I hope you've enjoyed every moment of it.
We'll aim for Boxing Day so you can have us with your food coma.
Is that what we're aiming for, is it?
I think so. Ask the accountant for an hour whilst dealing with a food coma. I think that sounds like bliss.
It sounds perfect. It does sound perfect. Well, that's it. That is 2023 done and dusted. We have one more episode for you next week where we're going to have a look at 2024. But I think the final thing to do is ask Lizzie to roll a little montage of 2023, the year we went on tour. So, as I said, have a great Christmas period. Enjoy it. And we'll see you the next episode, and we'll see you live next 2024. So, Johann, it's been great having this year to look back on. But yeah, I think 2024 is going to be a big year to go, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, to all of our listeners and viewers, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting and interacting and liking, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. You know, we wouldn't be doing this if we didn't have you guys do it, following us, and that's incredible. So yeah, from Aaron and myself, just Merry Christmas to all of you. We hope you're having a wonderful time with family, friends, whatever you do for Christmas. We hope you enjoy it and you're resting and relaxing before tax season.
You had to end on a downer, right? The reality of being an accountant. All right, everyone, thank you so much. We'll be back live in 2024, and we'll be here to moan about certain things that we need to moan about, because that's what we do best. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for the support.
The grumpy men will return.
Yeah. And we will talk to you in 2024. Bye for now.
Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Ask the Accountant. We've got cool friends. In today's episode, we're going to be talking to Ryan. Welcome, Ryan. Thank you for joining us. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm excited to hear about everything I managed to completely miss.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant. We have cool friends. Today, we're being joined by Max.
So thanks for having me, first of all. Yeah, myself, I started at Dext. Originally, I actually studied to be an engineer.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Ask the Accountant. In today's episode, we have two for the price of one as we go and look at our cool friends, Sam and Sam.
First of all, thank you for having us. I suppose if you guys are the ants and deck of the accounting world, that probably makes us the Deadwood.
We're live.
We are actually live for our podcast. So if you don't know us, we are Ask the Accountant podcast.
So I run my own accounting firm. We've got a group of firms across the UK.
So my name is Aaron Patrick. Absolute pleasure to be with you today. I am a chartered accountant, a certified UK Intuit QuickBooks trainer. Okay then, so this is day 2 of Accountex, and we're going to do what we think is going to be a new regular feature, which is the Ask the Accountant grid walk. So as we go along, we've got feature number 1 over here. But these seem to be one of those new pop-ups, aren't they? That's kind of causing a bit of a scene.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Aaron. So we've created Apron with like 2 years work, and we've just launched publicly in early March, but we've been running and servicing client payments and business payments for over a year now.
And you can see Cresco on the left-hand side. Definitely go and see these guys. And then Swoop as well. These are one of our favourite ones that we always make sure we go to see. And then after that, we come to the best standard of them all, really, isn't it? We've got the Intuit QuickBooks. Everyone's all getting themselves set up. This grid walk is kind of coming to an end now, and we will see you all with the next update.
Welcome to Ask the Accountant. We have cool friends, and today we definitely have a cool friend with us.
So much. Well, I suppose big thank you obviously for having me on the session to start with. It's a pleasure to be here in really cool surroundings as well. I was just going to say we're recording in the Brewdog Bar.
So here we are, the Digital Accounting Show 2023, and it's time to do the grid walk. Oh, and this is where Cresco is hiding out as well. As you can see, Cresco's come along prepared. Yep. Cresco, you want to have a few words on how it's gone? All right then, so here it is. This is going to be the main event. This is going to be the wow factor. Although, we've already seen the startup area, but as soon as we walk through here, just look at the vibes we have on this place. We've got glowing sticks, we've got lights coming out. We've got a little sustainable stage over here. Look, how are you looking forward to Digital Accounting Show 2023?
Very looking forward to it, mate. Very looking forward to it. Is that even a thing? Well, we'll go with that. Yeah, really, really good. I mean, look at it. It looks great, doesn't it?
The vibes are absolutely amazing. Like the whole way it looks, isn't it? Like the darkness to it, and we've got the cool. You don't expect it from an accounting show, do you?
No. I definitely think it's the Coachella of accounting, I would say.
Ooh, Coachella. Hey, that's a quote. Thank you.
Or Daschella, should we call it? There you go. You see.
We have it. There is Digital Accounting Show 2023, the Grid Walk. And what a venue it's going to be. We're going to make sure we get some shots of people getting themselves in, maybe get some reactions to what they think to the place. But it looks absolutely brilliant. The vibe's really good. Really looking forward to it. And if you haven't got yourself down here for this year, do make sure you get here for next year, because this show is an absolute must for the year. We'll see you all soon. Cheers.
And in this episode, we're back in Brewdog yet again.
I don't know about the coolest of cool, Aaron, but thank you for that. So my name's Sam Mitchum. I run a small practice on the Lancashire-Yorkshire border, SJCM Accountancy.
Welcome to Ask the Accountants. We have cool friends, and today we have a cool friend in the name of Steve.
Well, thanks guys. Thanks for having me on the podcast. Sorry. And it's also nice to do it in Brewdog, where we're doing it over a beer. That's that is now my preferred method of podcasting, over a pint.
Well, hello everybody. We've got some really exciting news for you today, haven't we?
I have.
We're about a year or so into Ask the Accountant. In fact, we're not even a year yet, are we?
We have ticked a lot of boxes, more boxes than you and I could have ever created.
Exactly. In that first
at
year.
the time.
Exactly. And it was all thanks to you guys. Let's start with the really exciting news that we've got ourselves a little sponsor. And anyone who is keen-eyed of you is actually watching this video can probably tell who the sponsor is.
It's not Brewdog.
Employment Hero. And we couldn't be happier, right?
Welcome to the next episode of Ask the Accountant. We've got cool friends. In this episode, we've brought in someone a bit left field. So, Peter, welcome to Ask the Accountant. We've got cool friends.
Hello, everybody. My name's Peter. I'm a licensed insolvency practitioner for my sins. It's often a misconception what an insolvency practitioner does, kind of who we are. Often when you walk into the room, there's images of silence and odd looks. Yeah, we are odd beasts, mythical creatures floating around on the edge of the accountancy world. So thank you very much for bringing our profession into the studio today.
Welcome to another episode of Ask the Accountant. We have cool friends, and today, well, I think we've got the coolest of cool friends that's actually possible.
How many times can you say that in a day?
Well.
Before it cheapens.
Firstly, thank you for having me. Thank you for the ice cold beverage that is going down a treat today. It's a beautiful warm day out there, and I'm enjoying the fact that it feels like I'm in Australia in summer, despite being in London. So for those of you out there having listened and have no idea who the hell I am Andrew van der Beek. I am from Australia. I run an accounting business called Illuminate.
Now in today's video we're going to be talking all about the world of Employment Hero.
Yes, we are.
Oh,
right, I'm here. Why am I now left-handed?
Right, here we go. It's my moment.
Employment Hero. Aaron, how long have you been using Employment Hero? This is not going well. I mean, VR, is it the future? I'm not sure.
No.
Hello, welcome to Accountex 2023 Manchester edition.
We are here.
We are here. So the point of today and now is to make sure that you understand exactly what this grid walk's all about. And
what you're going to miss if you're not here.
Exactly. So we're going to give you a tour of the place. We're going to walk around and we're going to keep an eye out for some little niblets as we go along. So come with us as we go for a tour and a grid walk of Accountex
Manchester
2023.
Let's go see if we can find any cool friends.
Nick, you excited for your talk there?
Oh, I can't wait, Aaron. I really can't wait. You're going to be in the crowd there, heckling or cheering?
I'm contending with you. I'm on 34 speaking at the time.
But as you can see here is the podcast pit stop by Ask the Accountant. And here we have the opportunity for people to come along, maybe their first ever podcast, the opportunity for them to come along, talk to us. We've got some set questions, haven't we, Aaron?
We have got some
15 questions to try and get through in half an hour with each guest.
There's some amazing people already booked in for our podcast already, and we'll get some more surprises as we go along. Thank you again for everyone who likes, subscribes, and all that sort of stuff. If you want any more information about being an accountant, accountancy practice, AI, technology,
get in
you're
touch.
the right place. So we'll see you soon.
Hello and welcome to Ask the Accountant Pit Stop Podcast.
My business is BFF, which is Beth Flanagan Financial, and I've been an accountant for 28 years. I know I don't look old enough, but yeah, it's true. And yeah, not that. He's laughing.
So, Tony Walker, what do I do? Well, I'm part of Analytics.
Yep.
Analytics, I suppose most people know us from an open banking technology standpoint. We provide open banking services across a number of sectors.
So my name's Marcus, I'm Senior Success Manager at Swoop, and we're effectively a funding and savings platform to help accountants help their clients access the market of funding and savings opportunities.
Look at the cape, that is good. Mate, I really should have a cape, shouldn't I? No, I'm only joking.
So first of all, the question we ask everyone: who are you? What do you do? Why should we care?
Well, no pressure.
No pressure.
So I'm Damon. I'm the
Nice
Managing Director of Employment Hero for the UK.
Yeah, so thank you. My name's James. I'm the Head of Business Development at Hammock, and we are the accounting platform for landlords.
My name's Alan Butler. I have an accounting practice in Derby. I developed a piece of software called Linebooks. I'll tell you a little bit about it in a minute. And basically, we sell that software to other accountants.
So I'm Hannah Dobby, and I'm a portfolio FD. So I worked for the last 10 years with a high net worth family in a private family office.
Yeah.
And now I'm out on my own.
So my name is Clive Hunt. I'm the owner of Bluestone Accounting. So Bluestone Accounting is a digital online outsourced accounts finance function for small and medium businesses in Ireland.
I'm Kaylee Graham. I'm the Head of Partnerships and Growth over at Teleroo, where we support accountants and bookkeepers with automating supplier and payroll payments. That's the boring bit. And then the fun bit is I'm also a speaker and columnist all around all things DEI in the accounting space.
Yes, it's good to be here, right? Like, it's good to be here at Accountex and chatting to you, as always.
Yeah, always a pleasure. So, first of all, for those few people out there, they don't know who you are, they don't know what you do, introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm from Hobden. I've been around in the accounting tech space for probably about 10 years now. Yeah, I'm a bit of a kind of an all-rounder, but I think I'm best known for being at the opening of pretty much any envelope in the accounting tech space.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the guy you need to go. If you can't get the guy, I'll open it with no pride whatsoever. I'm third on your list, that's fine, I'll be there.
So I'm Penny, I'm the Director of Wild Bookkeeping, and I'm here because I did a talk this morning on sustainability, so something that's really important to me.
Welcome to Ask the Accountant Podcast Pit Stops, Accountex North 2023, and our final episode in a long day of episodes, and we have saved the best till last, because we have our superfan, Kirsty.
So I'm Kirsty and I'm an accountant. We have a small practice. We're based in Kentville, but we are a virtual practice. So boutique work virtually.
What's the practice called?
Hayward MacDonald Accountancy Services Limited.
Brilliant.
So not only do we have cool friends, but we have two of them, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. Nick, Tush, go for it.
Tush, after you.
Hey guys, my name's Tish Patel, one of the co-founders here at KPM. Really looking forward to today, sitting here in this nice cool room as well.
Hi, I'm Nick Cheney. I've been at KPM for the past 6 years. My relationship with Tush has lasted longer than that, but it's great to be interviewed by two familiar faces.
Very warm welcome to Ask the Accountant. We have cool friends, and today not only do we have a cool friend, but I would say we have a celebrity in the room.
We do.
As well.
We had to get the red carpet out.
We did.
Thank you so much for having me. My name is Abby. I am the founder and head of teaching at Elland Financial Education. So Elland teaches financial education in schools, workplaces, and just a bit on social media, which is, I think, where you got your celebrity comment from.
Who you are, where from, where do people know you from?
All right, brilliant. So first off, thank you for inviting me on here. Very excited. Love the venue. Yeah, so the name's Jonathan Valentine, but also just get called JV. I'm normally called Jonathan when I'm in trouble. Been here at Insured for coming up to about 10 years now.
Brilliant. Cheers, everyone, and we'll see you soon.